So these are the little Tico group, and how much is this one here?
That one's like 4,000. Yeah, 4,500.
And how old is it?
1910.
1910. So those are the 1910, around there, 1915 or so. Those are the great Tico years. Okay. I'm here at Woody's, and we have a spectacular collection of a half a dozen chairs designed by Saarinen. We think it's the younger Saarinen. And what can you tell me about these?
Well, I dry clean the cushions and I don't have
You
them
dry
here.
clean the cushions, okay. But
They're
besides
orange.
that,
They're
how old are these? From the 60s or so?
Probably 60s.
Okay,
Yes,
so
yes.
from the 60s. And how much do you want for them?
We're going to ask probably $14.95, probably $14.95.
Okay, so I get all six for $14.95 or $14.95 individually?
No, $14.95 for all six.
For all six, okay. Any other details you know about these?
Don't know
That
anything else.
they don't have the cushions. Okay, this is Woody's in Old Town Orange. So I'm here at Betty Woody's, and we have breaking news here. We have this, now you call this a Marlboro lamp, and that's M-A-R-B-R-O lamp, and it sells for $13.95, and it includes an original shade and something about rewind for safety. Rewired for safety, so this won't burn your house down. In fact, that'll be the headline, guaranteed to not burn your house down. And then this lamp and another one, which we have you with, was owned by this doctor. Now, in Orange County, do you remember this guy? He's a very distinguished looking man. Do you remember his name? Not that distinguished.
Well, he is, but as soon as I looked him up on the internet, they took it off the web.
Okay, a very controversial doctor. He's been removed from the web, but he remains in Betty's place. Now, Betty, can you tell me about the other lamp that I got a photograph of you in front of?
They both came out of his house.
Okay, and how much do you want for this other lamp here?
That one's $8.95.
Okay, so this one is $8.95, and it's an oversized 1960s lamp, and it says $9.95. Which price do you want to go with?
$8.95.
Okay, $8.95. Okay, at Betty's place, and we have found this is a roughly a 1910 Arts and Crafts oak Morris recliner.
Absolutely.
And it has a special little button here. You push the button, it allows you to recline back. It sells for $12.95. Is that right?
That's a good price.
Okay. It
The
says,
leather's all been redone.
please ask before sitting. So do not come here with the expectation of sitting without asking. Now, I've never seen a recliner. The thing about this, that's more mechanical than you normally see with arts and crafts kinds of things. So this is very unusual. Are you sure that $12.95 is the right price? I would have considered like double to be still a good price, because I've just never seen an arts and crafts piece that has any mechanical dimensions to it as this.
A lot of their men's chairs will be one that does recline.
I see.
And then a little footstool comes out.
Oh, look at that. Now what's
Comes up. This one's
what? Wait. Okay. Now don't stay. Me.
Hey, Frank.
I'm here in Old Town Orange, and I'm talking to. What is your name, young man?
Mike Escobedo.
Now, Mike, what do you do down here?
Yeah, I actually publish a magazine, the Old Town Orange Plaza Review.
The Old Town Orange Plaza Review.
Correct.
And how old is it?
Yeah, it's 50 years old now.
Well,
the way
that's
time flies.
that's a long time.
Yeah, it goes
And so, Mike, you were telling me about some new museum or exhibition or something like that. What were you telling me? It was something about scene art?
Well, it's an old, early California scene art. It's a museum that Chapman University is going to open on behalf of Mark Hilbert. It's
And,
going to be known as the
when-
Hilbert Museum.
When are they going to open it?
It's going to be in late February.
Okay, so
It's gonna
in late
open the
February,
28th, I think.
on the 28th of February, this museum will be opening, and it's going to show scene art, and it'll be called the Mark Hilbert. What was that name again?
Just the Hilbert Museum.
The Hilbert. Could you spell Hilbert, please?
Hilbert.
And And so what will they be presenting? So what is scene art?
Scene art is basically the landscape of the community. It's different than plain art because plain art just shows fields and ocean scenes and more landscape. This shows more the buildings and the people in the community.
And the community to which you're referring is Old Town Orange?
No, it's all of California.
So
it has to
all
have
of California,
Yes.
Los Angeles and
Los Angeles,
San Francisco,
San
and all
Francisco,
the. How
Orange
old?
County.
How far back does that go?
I think it goes mostly back to the early century, the 30s, the 40s, right
Okay.
before the Depression. The interesting thing about it is these are real accomplished commercial artists that kind of a lot of them resided in Orange County, and they worked for Disney and the Hollywood movie studios, and this is what they did on their free time, and they painted these scenes throughout California as their hobby. They did find a big audience at that point because the Impressionist movement and all these more modern art movements came and overshadowed it. And now looking back at it, they're really a nice document of the history of
So
California.
does the name of one or two of these scene artists come to mind?
You know what? I really should actually.
I think that's enough.
Millard Sheets.
Millard Sheets, he was one of them.
Yeah, he was one of them, and God, there's so many of them, and I should have them at the tip of my tongue.
Okay, well,
I
Millard
just
Sheets,
can't.
he's a good example.
Yes.
Okay. We're continuing that story. Now, you were telling me the name of a prominent Orange Crate historian and several, what was his name again?
Gordon McClellan.
Gordon McKellen, and he will have some relationship with this?
Well, he's a good friend of Mark Hilbert, who is the gentleman who donated the art collection to Chapman University. It's valued, or his donation was valued at the time about 2 years ago at a $7 million donation. It consists of hundreds of pieces. But Gordon has been kind of a consultant, a friend, and one of the people that introduced Mark into recognizing the value of these early California scene paintings. Mark initiated his collection because he wanted to decorate his house, and the only way he could decorate were low-cost finds that he'd find at flea markets and antique stores. And lo and behold, years later, he finds that there's great value in the collection as a whole.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty
Okay.
neat. I think.
We are about to list some of the names of some of the artists that will be featured in this exhibit.
I don't.
What was
sorry, I could
what
just
was the
think-
one? What was the one?
Rex Brandt.
Rex Brandt. Would you spell Brandt, please?
Brandt.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good enough.
And then here's one of his paintings right there.
I really can't see it. Well,
Okay.
I get a headache looking
Okay,
at a
okay.
moving screen.
It's kind of like surfers on a golden day. Surfs up. It's a real abstract type thing. But these are painters that work for Disney or the.
I'm here at Chapman Antique Mall, and we found something from a Knott's Berry Farm boat ride, lamp, Snoopy boat ride, 180 ND. It lights up, and it's a lighthouse. Okay, so this was at Knott's Berry Farm. Is that the way you understand it to be?
Lighthouse, maybe boat ride.
Okay, I'm here at Chapman Antique Mall, and I've just photographed a tile table. It's probably from the mid-20s, maybe 1928, 29, and it's Bower Bob's, and it's got a cute little swan there. I don't know, because of the colors, the arts and crafts look to it, it kind of looks like it might be, these would be the colors of a little earlier, like during the arts and crafts era in 1910. But then because of the metalwork there, it's got the look of Spanish Revival from the 20s. So why don't you weigh into this? What do you think? Because this seems to be having kind of both periods. What would you say?
Yeah, I think it could be like in between.
Okay. And I see it sells for $650. So I'm here at Chapman Antique Mall, and we found in space, I believe, number 62, a settee, I believe, that's sells for $162, and it's East Lake. Okay. So we're here at Chapman, and we're in the booth of, what's his name?
Rick Waldo, W-A-L-D-O-W.
Rick Waldo, and we're in this space. Do you know the space number?
384.
384. And here we have found this cute little amplifier, and it says it's a Dan Electro Dirty 30 guitar amp. And what is that, like from the 50s or so? Is that
I think so.
what you'd say? Okay. And it's only $80. So what do you think someone would do with such a small little amplifier? Like attach this to a harmonica or something?
Well, you could. Your guitars could probably plug in.
Well, like a ukulele.
Beautiful piece.
So this is a Roseville Sunflower. So it's at about 1940 or so?
1930s.
1930s.
Uh-huh.
And how much is it?
1300.
1300. Okay, good. That's great. Is there another one here on this little grouping here you want to make?
Rookwood. This is
Oh,
nice,
a Rookwood. Look
nice
at that.
Rookwood. Beautiful
It
artist
certainly
sign
is.
by Elizabeth Lincoln. It's only $9.50.
Only 950, and that's about 9 inches tall or so.
Yes, and it's 1920.
1920s. Okay, fantastic. Now let's move over here to these bright orange pieces. So what is this?
That is a Matt Carlton, a Bauer Matt Carlton.
Matt Carlton.
Yes.
Bauer Matt Carlton. And so how old is that piece?
Oh, that's probably in the 20s, 30s.
Okay, and how much you want for it?
I'm asking $1,000 for that.
Okay, that's quite a deal. I mean, inch for
That's a
inch.
deal, yes.
What would you say? It's around 19 inches tall. Is that about right?
Oh, probably 15.
15 inches.
15
Okay, good. And now let's move on to this little grouping over here. So what is the stellar piece in this little group here?
Oh, you've got some nice matte green here. I'd say the Owens. This is a nice Owens matte green arts and crafts base with the stylized rose on it. Very nice.
And how much is it?
It is $7.95.
So it's 1915. Is that about right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Good. Okay. And let's move on over to here. So is that Roseville?
Yes.
And how much is that one?
That one is $195.
Okay, 195. Another
Oh,
Roseville.
another nice- Just got that one. That's a poppy.
It's a poppy.
Poppy vase. Roseville poppy. $395.
395. And this one here, that one's lovely.
Great Freesia vase. Beautiful colors. $325.
Okay, so that's Roseville Freesia.
Yes.
Okay, good. And what about this one here?
That is a Weller.
A Weller.
Yes. That's a great
Imagine a Georgia.
Calla Lily hanging wall pocket.
Calla Lily hanging wall pocket.
Yeah.
And how old is it?
1930.
And how much do you want for it?
That is two of them. $350.
Okay. And let's move over here to one of these here, which is,
Weller.
so this is Weller?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a Weller
That's
piece.
a great Weller.
And also from the 30s, I would assume?
Yeah.
Okay, and how much for it?
$495.
$495. Now, what is this?
That's an early Bauer
It's a-
carved bowl. Yeah, matte green bowl, about 1915.
Okay, good. So where's your groupie and Tico? Are you hiding it
Oh, I
from
got a
me?
couple. Yeah, I got a big Tico here.
Let's see.
This is the big Tico.
Oh, yes, that's what I was thinking.
Yes.
Wow, look at that. So what can you tell me about this? So
That
what
is
is,
the largest four buttress double gourd vase that they make, and it's 13.5 inches, and it's just a beautiful piece.
now what is it of? Now, when I look at it, to me, it looks like a new woman.
It does?
Yes, well, here is
Oh,
her,
kind of,
the
yeah.
main part of her body, here's her
yeah,
breast,
kind of bulbous.
here's her arms, kind of,
Yes.
sticking out like she's,
got four
like she's
arms.
upset about something.
yeah.
Well, we're seeing both sides of her. What do you see when you look at that?
Oh, just a more of an organic form, like a plant life type of form.
Okay, see, I see women, you see plant life.
Yay,
And,
I can see women.
And let's see, if we saw dollar signs, what would the dollar signs
That
tell
one's
us?
15,000.
15,000, so is this your best piece here?
I think so.
Best
yeah.
piece that we can see right now.
Yes.
I understand in your secret vault somewhere in North Dakota,
Yeah.
you keep your really fine stuff.
Yeah, good shit.
Okay.